How's it going, everybody? So I'm going to post a review on Far East Dizain's newest album. Just came out, I think, a week ago as I'm recording this. Altered Dizain. This is actually only their second album. Apparently they've only been around for like 3 years. 2015 is the earliest album I have. So yeah, around 3 years. It's crazy. 3 years and only 2 full-length albums. They have some singles, mostly singles. Actually, I have all the music I have. It's just singles and 2 full-length albums. Wow. All right. Wow. Okay. It's crazy. Well, Leda is a busy guy, so I guess maybe that's why. But this is the third band that Suchik, who is one of the best drummers not only in Japan but in the world, and the guitarist Leda, again, definitely one of the top guitarists in Japan, and in my opinion one of the best guitarists in the world. This is their third band, coming after Undivided and of course the band that we all know them from, Deluhi. Gotta be great for them to get back together. But now, if you haven't heard, by the way, there's a band called Breaking Holiday that just only has 1 song out on YouTube. Highly recommend it if you're a fan of Deluhi, because this is the band that Jody and Aggie actually is back now. I know there's mixed feelings about Aggie because of, he's the reason why Deluhi disbanded. But so Yori or Jody, I think it's Yori. I guess it depends on the part of Japan you're from, but I'll just say Juri and Aggie. Awesome song. Highly recommend checking out Breaking Holiday. I'm just bringing this up because I like the fact that 2 of the guys from Deluhi are in one band, and then 2 of the guys are in another. So they're kind of doing like a Razor the 13 kind of thing going on right now. So it's good to see all 4 of them in the music industry. It'd just be great if all 4 of them got back together. Oh, that would be amazing. Anyway, back to Far East Dizain. So yeah, not to mention the bassist in this band, Far East Dizain, is amazing, and I like the singer too. Like, I thought they were gonna do like a poppy thing when they first announced the band, but then like he turned it completely and was like, no, he can do a metal voice too. So, alright, so let me talk about this album. I'm not going to go too far in length like I usually do with albums because, to be completely honest, this whole album is just kind of like, meh. Like, I'm going to give it a good score, don't worry. But nothing about this album really blows me away. Like their first album, full-length album, I should say, which was Tonic Dizain. So many heavy-hitting songs on that. Such a great album to introduce them. This one's like, alright, Far East Dizain isn't like, it's not on Deluhi, because like Deluhi was on top. They were so good. But Far East Dizain is just kind of like, oh, we know of them. I mean, of course we know of Suchik and Leda, but it's just like, I don't feel like, I don't live in Japan, so I don't know, but it feels like they aren't there yet, and I don't think this album's gonna help. I think their first album's like, oh, the attention's on them, and it's like, but no matter what, Suchik and Leda, your band's gonna be noticed no matter what, and they just are gonna make good music. But with that being said, I don't know, it's so crazy. There's just, okay, let me break down some of the things about this album that I consider off or not in its favor. There are 2 songs, again, I have problems with this, that are intros. The first song, and the first track, and the 10th track. Actually, I will admit, the first track, The Altered Begin, that's actually what it's called. I thought, I had to stop myself. I was about to say beginning, because I feel like it would make more sense. But no, it's just called The Altered Begin. Okay. 2 minutes long. Not gonna lie, it's pretty kick-ass. It's not just like electronical sounds and different sound effects like most intro songs are. This is actually like Suchik and Leda and the bass player. Oh, sorry, I don't have the band information up. I don't know his name, but he's such a good bass player. But they just all kind of like jam out in some parts, and it's actually really kick-ass. The 10th track, Wind's Call, is more of a setup for the very last track, which is in kanji, so I can't read it. And it's a ballad. So, like, true and true, no screaming, some, like, acoustics and, like, an orchestra kind of thing in the background. Not a fan of the song. Don't like that it ends like that, but, well, I know the first album had a ballad, too. It was more, like, in the middle of the album. First album was also 11 tracks. This is 11 tracks. But here's where it gets a little tricky for me. And why I'm like, this album is just like, you missed the mark. Like I said, 2 of the tracks are intros. And 3 of the tracks on this album are singles from other singles that they have released. Beyond These Walls, Nadir, and Inhale. These were all released throughout the years. I thought they were all released last year, but actually Inhale was released in 2016. Was it? That doesn't seem right. That's what it's saying here. But, wow. Okay. But, yeah, Beyond These Walls and Nadir was released. Oh, that says 2016 as well. Oh, so Beyond These Walls was the only one released 2017. Really? Well, I guess Baby Metal. I really don't know. That's crazy. It's kind of, I'm just now thinking about it. It's like, wow, they really haven't put up that much music in 3 years. Usually the bands do like mini albums and some singles, and then, I don't know, Japanese musicians like work not like how American musicians, like, oh, okay, American musicians, let's put out an album every 2 to 5 years, depending on, 2-3 years usually. Sometimes it'll take longer. And then Japanese musicians, how about we put out 2 mini albums, a couple singles, and then a full-length album a year. It's great. But, so yeah, that's 5 tracks that aren't original on this 11-track album, And these 3 songs, A Day to Remember, Nadir, and Inhale, aren't remastered, aren't rearranged. They're just ripped from the previous, works. So that leaves me with the other songs on here that are original, and the original like East Dizain tracks. They're good. I'm not a fan of the ballad, but Dystopia. Is A Day to Remember, The Strength Mine, Double Down, On the Edge. These ones aren't ballads. They're Far East Dizain tracks. They're tracks where it's like, Leda and Suchik, they just have their sound, And you can hear that in this. And it's like, they're good, but none of them really blew me away. None of them I was just like, oh, this is awesome. It's just like, this is good, but it's just, I don't know. It's just, reviewing this album is very weird for me, but at the same time, I want to get it out there. I want to see if other people can relate. It's just, I don't know. It's just, all right. Dystopia, it's like good, has a good beginning, but then throughout the song, it's just like, I don't know. It kind of feels like it's lost something. And then like the other songs too, none of them begin as hard as Dystopia begins. It's like fast, shredding, awesome, but then like the rest of the song's fast, but it's just, I don't know. And then some of them, it just feels like the way the lead singer sings and just how the melody changes. I don't think I would have, I don't know. It really, help me out, people. Do you feel the same way about this album? You can get this on blog sites. Thankfully, it came out like right around the album came out. Honestly, if this album was available for me to purchase reasonably, as in digitally, or if Amazon was to sell the CD at like a $15 rate, I would say it's worth it. Especially if you haven't heard the 3 single tracks. I really just like, those 3 single tracks are great. Beyond These Walls is awesome. Nadir's actually like more of like, it's not a ballad, but it has ballad melodies to it. It's pretty good. It's actually really good. It's a harder ballad, if that makes sense. But the star of the show for me, as in, I am a bassist, I do play bass, I do make bass videos on this channel, is Inhale. Holy shit, this song. This song blew me the fuck away when I first heard it, I guess 2 years ago? This song blew me the fuck away. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Like, there's two. You can watch the music videos of this song. There's two versions. There's one that's just like a set made music video. Then there's one where they decided to play the song in one of those 360-degree cameras, so you can actually like rotate the video to watch. Like, if you just want to watch Leda play guitar the whole song, you can do that. If you want to watch the bass player or Suchik or the singer, like, you can just rotate it. I won't lie, I just did it again right before making this video because I still to this day don't understand how they made this amazing and unique and one-of-a-kind breakdown. Not breakdown, I'm sorry, opening. I guess it's kind of a breakdown because they end it with it too, but... So, as a bass player, this is amazing. And it's just so good. You don't hear breakdowns. You don't hear breakdowns that are bass heavy. You hear breakdowns that are more guitar heavy, where you just want to hear that chord and just the drop. And of course the drummer too, it goes without saying. Suchik does an amazing job drumming with the breakdown, but it really goes with the bass player. And apparently I had to watch the video to see this. I thought it was just the bass player slapping and popping. I thought Leda was like, you know what? I've created a name for myself. I'm good. You take it away. And the fact of the matter is, if you're going to play with Leda and Suchik, you need to be a good bass player. I don't know who the bass player was in Undivided, but he kept up with them. You need to keep up with Leda and especially Suchik if you're a bass player. And holy shit, it blows my mind. It just didn't seem possible that the human hand could go as fast as he's going. It just sounded like slap and pop. But then, like, watching the video, here's what I think is what they're doing. Leda is also slapping and popping on his, I think, 8-string guitar, which would make sense. So I'm hearing so much the notes, but it seems so fast. So I think it's like we're hearing Leda slap and pop, and then the bass player slap and pop as well for the breakdown. There's no guitar. It's just slap and pop on both guitar and bass. And so I think while Leda is slapping, popping the guitar, creating the lighter sounds, you can hear the bass in the background. It's really hard to follow their hands in the music video. Like, I tried, and plus it's the music video, so they're just strumming and not really actually playing. But it's just, I want to see this song live to truly understand it. And if I was to see this song live, I'm analyzing the bass player and I'm analyzing Leda, because I don't fully understand how they create something so fast from slap and pop. It just doesn't seem like the hand is fast enough to, like, hold on, let me see here. I got my basses here, but I couldn't slap and pop like that. I couldn't do it. I don't know. It's just, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how they do it, but it's a song to listen to. And it's over 6 minutes long, and it's heavy throughout the whole song. It's just, I can't, as a bass player, this was just amazing to hear a breakdown that was slap and pop heavy, rather than just, how we know breakdowns to be. But, whew, Inhale's a great song, and I see why they put it on the album, but like I said, go back to the album itself. It's just the original songs on the album, the few of them that there are good. If you like ballads, you'll probably like the ballad too. Especially, I won't lie, the violin or the orchestra or whatever playing in the background, it goes nice. It goes nice with guitars. Just not my thing. And then, just 2 of the tracks are intros. So it's like, I feel like they kind of needed a break or something. If just something feels a little off with this album, I don't know. But overall, good album. Nothing about the album blew me away, especially because I've heard Inhale before. If I didn't hear Inhale, if I didn't hear, the other 2 ones, I would be like, this is a great album. I would give this album like an 8 or an 8.5 if I didn't hear those other 2 songs a year or 2 ago, you know what I mean? But because I've heard those 3 songs, and because they're not altered in any way, I gotta give this album a 7. It's good. It's good, but I don't know. Still a fan, of course, and it's a good album. They're still going to make good music. I want to hear something more consistently energetic and passionate throughout the whole song. Different and unique. The first album was more like they added like technological, electrical sounds to it. This really isn't more of that. It's just more of, I don't know, just straight up band, and they're good band. It's just, I don't know. Again, help me out. Do you feel the same way? I feel like I need to summarize this in a better way. I just don't know how. But my overall impression of the album is just, it's good, but nothing about it blows me away. So I don't know. If you agree, please let me know. If you disagree, please let me know why, in a more respectful way than people did on my Bandmade video, please. Just let me know what you think of this album if you've listened to it. More music from Suchik and Leda, please. And whenever Jody and Aggie's bands decides to make an album, I'm getting on that for sure. Their first album is amazing. I think it's called Judith. I don't have it up, but check them out. So I have to say that song really makes me look forward to their music more than this album makes me look forward to more Far East Dizain music. I can easily say that. But then again, that's one song, and they can easily fuck up the album. So, or Aggie could be like, I don't want to be a part of this again, and then go away. So, I know that's stereotyping, but yeah, I don't want to go that way. But anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of this album, if you've listened to it. And have a good night, guys.